Hey, what's up? This is Deborah Cox, and you know I got soul.
All right, Deborah, so just released your brand new single, Kinda Miss You. Can you just talk about the creation of it and what you were looking to do with it?
Well, the song was written and produced by Jessica Ashley and the Rascals. Big shout out to y'all. They're great, great writers. I loved the song the moment I heard it. And I think it's a song that just talks about, it's a love song, but it's a not so sad love song. And it's a song that talks about, really missing that person that you've had a real connection with. And I know we've all been through that moment in our lives at one point or another. And I was really just sort of intrigued by how the song was put together. I love the way it started out slow and then moved into this cool, danceable beat. And it was just like feel good. I just wanted a feel good record. And so that's why I decided to release Kinda Miss You first.
You spoke about how Kinda Miss You is more of a dancing record and feel good, fun, love record. What are some of the other elements that we can look forward to in your project?
Well, this album is going to have a really it's going to sort of tap into all the different musical sides of me. So you're going to have the classic Deborah, the anthemic ballads, the big ballads that require the big voice. And then you're going to have those intimate moments with just voice and piano, which I love. And then you'll have some songs that are, talking about positivity, self-love. Not too messagey, but enough of a message that you can connect to and find some inspiration from. I consider myself a storyteller, so I tell all types of stories of relationships and things that happen in relationships that I may not have gone through, but other people have gone through. And I find inspiration through that. And so you'll find it on this album, Work of Art.
Who have you had a chance to work with on this album?
I can't tell you all that yet.
Okay.
So we can, as we get closer to that, because I'm going to have to put a few on the chopping block.
Right.
You know how it is.
Got it. So the last album, The Promise, back in 2008,
Mm-hmm.
I know some people have been waiting for you. Do you think that your success in acting in recent years has made you more patient to put out new music, or was this the plan to kind of give some time in between?
Yeah, it was a plan. I mean, for me, it's all about doing different projects, having different platforms to perform on. Artistically, I love different types of art. I love musical theater. I love Broadway. I love recording. I love dance music. I love it all. And so I do what moves me. I do things that I'm passionate about. I do things that I love and have fun with. And I'm finally having fun again. This has been a great process, being able to write, being able to collaborate, hearing great songs from other writers as well. And I've just put it all into this new record, and I'm very, very excited about people hearing it and sharing it and spreading the word.
You've had this new partnership with Primary Wave to
Yes.
come out in your management, and they've done some great things with R&B in recent years. So what did it mean for you to join in here and go in the next phase of your career from here?
Well, the Primary Wave team has been great. We really have the same vision. And for me, it's always been about that. It's always been about reconnecting and having a team of people that get the vision. My vision is vast and big. And, in order to accomplish those things, you need a really great team to do it. This is just the beginning. So I'm really excited to have a good team.
You recently provided the vocals for the Whitney Houston biopic, and everyone's raving about the job you did with that. So what did it mean for you to be a part of that and do so well with it?
The movie really was a moment for me to pay homage, to pay honor to Whitney. It was an opportunity to really just remind people of the essence of her voice and the legacy of her music. We all miss her. We all miss her music. We miss her physically. We miss seeing her perform. But it's wonderful to celebrate the music that she did leave us with.
You know, in terms of your future, you're working on the album. What is it going to be your focus? Acting versus music? How do you look to balance those in the future?
Well, I always say it's a juggling act. It's tough to say a balancing act, only because there's always so many things going on all at the same time. So you literally have to just try to prioritize from day to day, not get too consumed or overwhelmed with it, but just try to manage it the best way you can and do the best thing you can. So for me, it's just going to be about doing the projects that I'm passionate about and making sure that they happen. And both musically and acting, I mean, I'm passionate about both of them. You know, if there's a film or a television show that you know, requires that kind of focus and time, then that's what it's going to be. But music will always have center stage.
Right. Now, when talking to many R&B fans, especially many of our readers, underrated is a term that always comes up for your career. Powerhouse vocalist. You don't seem to get the credit you deserve. Mm-hmm. And now when I look at your discography, you know, there's been some gaps in between the albums, in between the releases. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that's contributed at all to you becoming a bit underrated, or do you think it's some other, you know, how do you feel about it? I
feel like, for me, I've always been very, I do things that I'm really passionate about, and I do things that I connect with. And sometimes those projects don't come along all at once. You know, great things take a lot of great time. And for me, that's kind of what it's been. I've never wanted to compromise and just do anything. You know, it wouldn't serve my audience and it wouldn't serve me. You know, and I wouldn't feel good about it. So I've always just done things that really resonate with me and that I feel really good about. And if it means it's a project here and then a couple of years and then a project there, then that's how it works out. Right.
And just to finish up, a couple of questions from some of our readers. The first was, looking back at your career, is there a song you had that it was an album cut that you felt like could have been a single if you had released this one successfully?
Oh, that's a good question. I've always felt like, well, on my first album, The Sound of My Tears, that should have absolutely been a single. On the One Wish album, probably, well, Play Your Part was sort of a single, but it should have had a video. The duet I did with Whitney, I wish we could have done a video for that. Same script, different cast. Right. On The Morning After, oh my God, there's so many songs. Starting With You should have been, Hurt So Much should have been a single. But that's the beauty about today and social media is we get a chance to connect with our fans, connect with our audience, and we can hear directly from the audience what they feel they want to hear, you know, right. and we can make it happen in an instant. So it's a great time to be an artist. You know, there's
And one other
more pros and cons.
Yeah, definitely. One other is looking back as you were coming up as an artist, what was in your quote unquote CD player, iPod? Back then it was, I guess, tapes or early time CDs, but what were you playing CDs, that influenced you?
Oh man, I listened to everything. I listened to a lot of Whitney Houston, a lot of Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin. I listened to a lot of pop music, Sting, the Eurythmics. Y'all probably won't know some of these artists. They're a little obscure, but a lot of jazz, Billie Holiday, Dinah Washington, Sarah Vaughan, and gospel, CeCe Winans, Yolanda Adams. Yeah, I've always sort of gravitated to artists that had full voices, big full voices. So you might have to Google a few of the names, some of you youngins who don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's always been a wide, diverse range of music.
Gearing up for this next project, is there any plan to tour or many concerts that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, but touring is actually my favorite part of the whole part of the puzzle. The studio part is probably the most tedious and the most it's tough for me because there's no one to really feed off of. There's no audience. It's a very isolated experience. But the live performance is where I have the most fun because I get a chance to exchange with the audience. I get to see the people. I can, really connect with the audience. And so I'll be announcing the dates when the album is released this summer. And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in it. city near you.
And then just last question. The music industry has changed so much since your last album, you know, in just a short time, especially R&B, the landscape. How do you feel about that and reintroducing yourself, you know, after the layoff and coming out with this new project?
Wow, it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. But like I said, with change, you know, you have to learn to embrace it and use it in ways that are going to benefit you. And so for me, I think the social media part of it has really changed the game. But it's been great in the sense that I've been able to really stay in touch more with my audience, and I can give them what they want, you know. So if you all want more music, I will absolutely give you more music. If you want more films, I'll work on that too.
Cool. That's all we had for you. Anything you'd like to add?
I just want to say to everybody, thank you for the support that you've given me already, to all of the followers and supporters who have been with me since the very, very beginning. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I can't thank you enough. And look forward to releasing and sharing with you work of art this summer.